Very good evening. Okay, so it's already 6. Let's start with today's topic. Again, this live webinar is there for you to share the knowledge and focusing on, or just giving you a brief in this 1 hour related to that particular topic, so that you can use that approach in your classroom, and making your classroom interesting one, and making your children to indulge in something new, right? So again, a very interesting topic, that is flipped classroom, is there in front of you. And let me start it. Kindly mute yourself so that others will not get, great. Okay, so today's topic is flipped classroom, and the topic in which we are going to explore, these are the, certain points which we are going to, explore. What is flipped classroom? Definitely, we are going to put some light on it. And what is the process behind it? Then comes the benefits of flipped classroom. Definitely, if any approach we are, following in the classroom, we are looking for the benefits also. Definitely, in every webinar, I discuss the role of a teacher, because, every time the educator feel, how am I going to use the same approach? What will be my role? So yes, your role will be there. Traditional versus flipped. Very interesting. I'm actually going to do the comparison as well, for you to have a understanding, a clear understanding, that why it is actually to be implemented, because why is always there. So this is something, again, traditional versus flipped. Now, very interesting is linking library with this approach. Now I feel you people will like to know about this as well, that how am I going to link my library with this approach. And then again, I am going to talk about the Bloom's taxonomy also along with it. And then I'm going to talk about certain examples as well. Okay, so now let's quickly start with this. And in my every webinar, I just put certain pictures in front of you to have a warm up of the particular session, and then we'll slowly reach the objective of the session. So here I can see from the word, it is a literal meaning, literal meaning of the word, that is flipped classroom. Whatever is in front of you, I have just done the flip. The half part is something which is looking in a proper way, and the half part is looking flipped. That is what the real meaning of the flipped classroom only. So just go for the literal meaning. Okay, now again, in this picture I can see it is flipped. So what is this flipped? Let's go for it. Now this is the very first slide which I am really looking forward to put some focus on it. Okay, so here we have certain attributes which I can see in front of me. Crest and throw is there. In this green part, I can see prepare. So here someone is preparing something very interesting. Now here I can see practice, where peers are doing practice, or maybe group. I don't know what is that. And then processing is going on. That is the after one. So before, after, in the class, out of the class, what is this? So here, this is no one but your student, right? Here, individual student is there. So here the child is preparing something, maybe the topic which you have given to the child, maybe any other topic which is given by the family. I don't know. I'm just discussing what is given in this picture. I'm just reading this picture. Very simple. Now here I can see practice. Practice, number of children are there. So definitely my mind says that it is going on in the class. Okay. Then here I can see process. In process, I can see something is going correct, something is actually not going correct. I'm doing brainstorming. It is after. Meaning, what am I doing in the classroom is just the practice work. In a nutshell, what I can say from this picture only. What I am preparing maybe at home because it is before. What am I processing? That is after practice. This practice is done in the classroom. After that, I'm going to do the processing. Or if I say, this is I'm doing individually, this is to be done in the classroom. Or I can say, this is the individual learning of the child, and here the educator is playing the role. I can use different sentences. But from this picture, I can see individual child is preparing, practicing in the group, and processing. It can be an individual one or it can be in a group. Very simple. Let's move on to the next one to put some more light on this topic. Interesting. Now here I can see a flow chart where I can see, in a flipped classroom, I have certain attributes which I can see here. You can read it by yourself as well. There are certain attributes which are written on the top. The main thing is that when I'm tailoring to expertise and self-pacing, I am going for better management of cognitive load, right? Cognitive skills are really required in the classroom. In the previous sessions also, I've discussed about the sensory play and all that. So that is something which is really very important for the child to go for. And all the sessions are right from the, foundation years for the higher grades, depending upon the educator, how educator going to implement that approach. Here again, I can see sense of competence, sense of relatedness going to increase extrinsic motivation. Now here in the flipped classroom, we are going for the extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation both, right? They are taking, the children are, when they are in a bunch of, students, they are getting the motivation. When they are individually doing something at the home, again, they are doing the same thing. But how we are going to reach that, that is something interesting, which we shall be covering in the incoming slides. Now, why I should go for it? Again, one question is coming in mind of every educator, why I should go for this flipped classroom or why I should go for a flipped session, right? Definitely, because the whole day we cannot follow the same classroom, flipped classroom. As per the session, we can go for it for, a differential environment in our, whole day schedule or lesson plan. So here I can see promotes peer interaction and collaboration skill. Yes, definitely. TPS we had previously discussed, think, pair, and share. So collaboration is something which get enhanced when you do flipped learning. Because in my previous slide, I'd shown you they are doing practicing in a group. When they are doing practicing in a group, they exchange their thoughts, they exchange their energy, they exchange, ultimately they as a teamwork create one beautiful model out of those 3 or 4 interesting minds coming on together on the same platform. So yes, collaboration is something very important. Collaboration skills get enhanced when we go for certain, flipped sessions. Now go for this one, encourages higher student engagement. Yes, I've given the topic. Today I've given the topic. I told everyone to, just go at home and discuss with your parents and, just go for your individual and out of the frame learning. Then everyone brings something, tomorrow in the classroom and discussing with the teacher. So everyone is having a bunch of knowledge because that individual learning was something else. Everyone explored on their own temperament. Everyone explored in their own manner. Some had gone for the YouTube, some had gone for the books and all. So everyone is coming on the same platform, so student engagement is maximum here. Now let's go for this orange one. Makes learning central rather than teaching. Yes, of course. Now this is something interesting which we can talk about. When teacher is teaching in the classroom, everyone is listening. So here we can say how many auditory learners are there in the classroom, how many visual learners are there in the classroom, and how many kinesthetic learners are there in the classroom. Those who are good at visual and auditory learning will hear you in a better way. Those who are actually kinesthetic one will hear you less in comparison, as if we talk about that WAC model. So here you can make learning central, student centric, giving them individual tasks that you have to accomplish it. Here nobody is listening to you. They are just doing their own brainstorming, and then they are coming to you. And when they are coming to you, then you will go for that practice and processing one. So here we are giving a window to the teacher also to understand, the learning of the child and making the learning central rather than teaching central. Interesting. Now let's go for fosters independent learning. Naturally, we as teachers, we as educators always feel so that we have to make the children independent. Right from the foundation years, we start going for certain life skills and all in the classroom, making them independent, inculcating that, encouraging them to become independent. So yes, definitely a flipped classroom is giving that opportunity to make your child, go for independent learning. Interesting. Now let's go for this one. Provides increased individualized attention. Yes, at home, they are alone, they are individual. They can discuss with their parents. And for the higher grades, they can go for their own research at home. We are not saying that they have to do everything at home only. No, it's just a warm up. They just have to come up with that particular topic, little in brief, so that when the teacher discuss in the classroom, they will contribute maximum. They will go for the collaboration. There will be student engagement. There will be a central learning rather than central teaching, and independent learning is fostering here. So yes, all these benefits work a lot in the flipped session. So you can try for certain sessions in your whole day lesson plan, making it, interesting for the children in that particular day. Yes, this session was the flipped one. Now, if we just go for flipped, then I can say it is a flexible environment. Yes, it is a flexible environment. At home, nobody is stopping you. Nobody is, saying you just go for this book only, not that book. Yes, the student can, refer to another options as well. In the classroom, if teacher is following only one particular option, at home, when you have given that topic to get prepared, so yes, they can explore number of attributes at home to understand that particular topic. Learning culture. Yes, when we say you have to read something, they will inculcate that in their daily life. Yes, I need to learn something. I need to read something when I go to home. Or when I get my free time, I need to go in a free period to the library so that I can read this particular topic. So yes, learning culture is enhanced. Professional educator. We as educators, we are just molding each and every session according to the different strategies and approaches. That is what making us a, or an educator which is actually meeting all the needs of that particular session to reach that learning objective. So we are definitely professional educators because we are, understanding the need of time, and we all are ready to, go for new approaches. So that is what the beauty of our profession. Progressive networking activities. When I say networking activities, it means, again, I want to say, like, you have to go for the collaborative activities of the students. When they go for collaboration, they understand the importance of the teamwork. When they understand, I believe I am audible to everyone. Yes, everyone?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So yes,
Yes,
progressive,
ma'am.
thank you so much. Progressive networking activities here, yes, definitely we need to work upon the, collaborative culture in the classroom. Very important. I always say this, because individual learning every time, make the child to be that confined frame only. But when 2 and 3 students on a single platform work together, they will create a entirely different model, because there they share their knowledge. So yes, networking should be there, and it should be progressive. It should, go on and on. Engaging and effective learning experiences, definitely, when they get engaged with each other, when they are, get mingle up with their peers, then definitely they will get the effective learning experiences. Diversified, definitely, it is a one which is diversified and seamless learning platform. Here in flipped classroom, I can again assure you, like say, you need to, make the approach wide as per your grade. When you implement the approach as per your grade, definitely you will get the, the benefit, or you can say the objective in that manner only. Now here I can see a framework. If I say framework, what do you mean by that? All my sessions are collaborative. I always, encourage everyone to contribute in the session. So what do you think? What is this framework? What is the meaning of this word framework? If I say theoretical framework, anyone come to the chat box. Okay. Okay, I'm getting the responses. Okay. Oh, thank you for your response. Okay. Planning. Fine. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your response. Fine. So here, theoretical map work, formula. Okay, fine. Okay. Framework is a basic structure. Okay. So here it is something which is showing the orientation, right? Here I can see whether it is child oriented or not. So I can see in the middle, it is child oriented. In my previous slide, I had shown you that it is learning oriented also, rather than teaching oriented. Very thin line. Teaching oriented, again, I'm reaching the objective. Learning oriented, I feel that I'm reaching the objective. That is what the difference. In teaching objective, I feel I've taught it in the classroom. In learning objective, I feel that, okay, maybe 100%, 90%, the child has learned about this. So yes, here in this one, I can say it is student-centered. Why it is student-centered? Again, we had discussed about it. Yes, it is giving individual learning to the child. It is fostering the individual learning of the child. It is going for the collaborative skills also. It is encouraging the child to understand the topic at his or her own space. Very interesting. It is not like that the only video which teacher has shown in the classroom is done, or the teacher has not told us about any book. Yes, I can go to the library, I can see in any book, and I can read that particular topic, and I come up to my teacher. Interesting. So it is student centered, definitely. And if something is student centered, that it is beneficial for the teachers only somewhere. I hope you are agreed with this thing. If something is student centric, it is beneficial for us only. Just making it simple, that if the student is understanding something which is student centric, then definitely it is good for the teacher only, because we are reaching our objective. Very simple, right? So yes, if it is student centric, it is good for both. Then blended learning. How I can say blended learning is going on here? Anyone? Anyone? Why I can say in this framework, blended learning is going on? How you can say this? Blended learning. Blended learning means one type and another type, and then just getting like this and then get a blend. So what is this blended learning going on in the flipped learning? Here I can see individual learning from the home. It can be through any, yeah, online as well, offline. Perfect. It is a perfect example, because here the child is doing individual learning, and then the child is coming to the classroom, and now the teacher is playing his or her role. Now the teacher is going to put some light on that topic. So yes, blended learning is going on. Teacher has given the video, child has seen that video, now teacher is ready with the activity, now the children are doing that activity, and now in later stage they will do that practice processing and blended. Very simple. Now, how it is an active learning one too? How I can say it is active too? Because I've given something for brainstorming. If I'm giving something for the brainstorming, definitely it is an active learning. Today I've given a topic to the child. I have not given any instruction to the child. Make sure everyone that in the flipped classroom, when we are giving something to explore, we are actually not giving that directive learning or directive instructions here. We're just giving very simple instruction that okay, this is the topic, and just go for it. Once you reach your home, when you get free from your routine, just go for it. Very simple. And that is their own pace. We are not confined with it, whether the child has learned that thing from the book or not, whether the child has seen that video or not. Definitely in this session, I want to say that yes, least screen time should be there. Flip learning, if it is saying that online learning is there, so yes, I want to say here that we have to decrease that screen time also. That is why I'm adding the point library with flipped learning. Let's see how it will go. I hope it is clear to everyone that how this theoretical framework work. Okay, so here I can see number of things going on, and let's see how it goes. Now I can see it's a pizza here, in which I can see 4 parts. Okay, I shall be starting from here, and this will be my, this will be the second one, and then I shall be going for this. Okay. So in the first one, I can see creative presentations and, demonstrative application, everything is going on. In the second one, I can see experiments, experiential engagement, games, art activities going on. Interesting. In the third one, I can see exploration, concept exploration is going on. And in the fourth one, I am making or blogging or reflective videos or audio visual reflections, test, etc. going on. So my question is for everyone, let's contribute for the answer. The numbering which I have given here, is it correct? I've started from 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. Kindly help me out. What shall be the numbering? Everyone, quickly come to the chat box. Let's contribute. What shall be the numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, how it goes? 1, 3, 2, 1, what like that? Anyone? 3 will come as 1. Okay, interesting. 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay. So what shall be on the first, what you can say? What will be the first part of pizza? Which will be the one? Which will be the first one? Concept exploration. Am I correct, everyone? Yes. Concept exploration or meaning making. 3, 1, 2, 4. Okay. So what do you think? Okay, I got number of responses. Very nice. Thank you so much for your collaboration. Here, what we can see, the child is doing concept exploration. Now the child is doing experience. Now what? And then so what? Right? So here, we are just giving a topic to the child, right? It is his or her, pace, whether the child want to go for audio lectures or podcasts, video lectures, content rich websites, or I want to add here books. Definitely, because I personally feel that at least, screen time should be there. Where it is not required, just don't go for it. Books are also a good source of learning, though although updated ones will get on the, nowadays on Google only. So yes, experience very important when we engage ourselves in that, process in practicing and understanding and doing the activities and doing the projects, right? After that, doing that project, then I am going for, presenting that project. Very important. What I have done, if I'm not able to, project that, if I'm not able to make other person in front of me understand that, if the child is not making to, make the, audience or the teacher in the classroom to understand what they have made, then it is a incomplete learning. So yes, flipped classroom is a very good example where you can go for such projects. Such projects are very helpful when we go for flipped session. I hope it is, clear to everyone that how it goes, how we can go for, the systematic pizza way, flipped classroom in the, in our daily based approach. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, here you are standing. Okay, I am also standing. So here I can see traditional classroom and flipped classroom. So in traditional, write an assignment of 400 words and read chapter 4. Very simple. In very simple words. Read that also and then write an assignment also. I mean, what?